breath. Deep breath. Right. Listen to me now. Listen to me. Daniel. Daniel. Listen to me. Okay. Listen to me. Right. Listen. Double tapping, okay? You're not double tapping. Now bring that left hand back up. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
What's happening, people? I'm back with another reaction video, and there's a reason why I've played this particular clip at the beginning of my video, and it was very much inspired by an interview that I heard with Spencer Fearon, The Knowledge, with IFL TV. He was saying how Daniel Dubois doesn't really respect Don Charles, and when Don Charles is giving him instructions in the corner, he's not really listening at all, and he's turning to his father. And I just had to obviously look back at the fight against Hrgović as a reference point, and Daniel Dubois just didn't seem interested at all in anything that Don Charles was saying to him. Don Charles had to like Daniel, are you listening? He had to literally shout to get his attention. Kept turning to his father, and even during the fight as well against Hrgović, you see Daniel Dubois' father was like on the apron shouting instructions. And for me, that isn't a good thing at all. Your head coach should be your head coach. So he should be the only voice you should be listening to. If you look at the fight with Usyk against Tyson Fury, you got Sugar Hill, who is his head coach. But while the fight was going on, Sugar Hill was giving Tyson Fury instructions, and you got John Fury saying instructions to Tyson as well. So that is a recipe for disaster. There needs to be one voice in the corner. Spencer Fearon revealed in this interview that Daniel Dubois' father, Stan Dubois, wanted to get Don Charles sacked after the defeat to Usyk. And the thing is now, I've heard lots of stories about Daniel Dubois' father being quite controlling, and even when Daniel was with Shane McGuigan, he was always getting involved. And for me, if Daniel Dubois isn't going to listen to anyone at all, and if his father's overly controlling, his father just needs to get a license and just coach his son if his son's not going to listen to anyone. Spencer Fearon said how he had to beg Daniel Dubois' father not to sack Don Charles and to keep him on after the Usyk defeat. And it was a good thing because Daniel Dubois then won his fights against Gerald Miller and also Filip Hrgović. Apparently, Don Charles doesn't know that Daniel Dubois' father was going to sack him after the Usyk fight. And Spencer said that this is probably going to be the first time he hears about it because Spencer spilled the beans in this interview. Listening to this interview, it feels like Spencer Fearon has a bit of an agenda. And his agenda is that he doesn't like the people who are around Daniel Dubois. He thinks Daniel Dubois is too arrogant. He feels that his father, who he describes as being a worker of iniquity. So he suggested, and actually he just came forward and just said that Daniel Dubois' father's into like some black magic and doing some juju on Anthony Joshua. And he feels because Anthony Joshua is pure, he's not a perfect human being, but because he's pure and he is a role model to so many people, that juju or black magic that Daniel Dubois' father's meant to be doing on him isn't going to work. So a lot of wild claims made by Spencer Fearon. He's very close to Don Charles. He's very close to Daniel Dubois' father as well. So there may be a lot of truth into this. I didn't have Daniel Dubois being a favorite for this fight, but if all of this disarray is happening in his own team and he doesn't listen to Don Charles and only listens to his father,
it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
On top of all of this, Don Charles wasn't at any of the media events so far this week. It's Thursday now, so it's the press conference. So we'll see whether Don Charles will make an appearance. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Daniel Dubois has absolutely no chance after all of this has been revealed? Anyway, thank you for listening. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.